I can always tell what my kids are currently into based on how frequently they talk about it. For example, my kindergarten daughter is in her mermaid era right now. Everything revolves around the ocean, sea creatures, underwater princesses, and all things mermaid. Every time she leaves a room right now, she says, "Splash you later." That's how mermaids say bye, Mom. Every time she sits down to eat, she says, "Is this healthy for mermaids? Because I can't eat it if it's not." Her birthday party was mermaid themed. She wears mermaid dresses. She constantly asks Alexa to play the song Mermaid Party, which, just a warning, will never leave your mind if you hear it even one time. Plain and simply, she loves mermaids, so she talks about mermaids. This is the clear message we've been telling kids at Kids Club Live this week. We talk about what we love. We love Jesus, so let's talk about him. Tonight, your kids heard the parable of the sower found in Matthew 13. You've probably heard this story before. The sower is walking along a path and sowing seeds as he's walking. Some seeds fall along the path and the birds come and devour them. Others fall on rocky ground, but there was no way for them to grow roots, so they sprouted but quickly died. Some fall among the thorns, and they are choked out by them. But some seeds fall among good soil. They grow roots, produce grain, and they thrive. Later on in the chapter, Jesus breaks this down a bit, and he says the seed among the good soil is like someone who hears the word and understands it. Their life begins to bear much fruit. They find life in Jesus. They find completeness in him. I love this parable because it's such a beautiful reminder that our job as followers of Jesus is not to produce the good fruit in someone else. Jesus doesn't say, as my followers, you're responsible for making sure the seed takes root, making sure they understand, making sure there's change in someone else because of me. No, not at all. Jesus knows we do not have the power to do that. Only he does. Our role in the kingdom is to communicate the gospel in every way we possibly can. In our homes, with our friends, in our cities, and around the world. Our role is to simply tell others of the life-changing love that we ourselves have experienced firsthand. One of my favorite things about Kids Club at Christ Church is that our children's ministry team makes it a priority to bring kids into the story of kingdom work being done all over the world. Every week, they talk about the current mission of the month. They tell stories of the gospel being shared in Mexico, Thailand, Japan, Cambodia, the Dominican Republic, Poland. They don't think they're just elementary kids. They can't even find these places on a map, so why would they need to know what God is doing there? No, they know that raising kids with a gospel-centered view of the entire world is for their good and for God's glory. Later this year, we're taking a group of people from Christ Church to Japan on an impact trip. And one of the ladies going on that trip taught Sunday school here for years and years. She shared with us this week that she's excited to go to Japan and see our partners like Delaney Salva, Rachel Martin, Jay Greer, because she had them in Sunday school when they were as young as 3 years old. She got emotional talking about what it will be like to see these kingdom workers in their element after having the opportunity to disciple them as children. It is my prayer that 10, 15, 20 years from now, we will be sending out these current Kids Club kids all over the world to share the gospel. What a beautiful gift it is to disciple our kids on their pathway to completeness in Jesus. And what a privilege it is to raise tiny kingdom workers who desire to see the gospel proclaimed to the ends of the earth.